Site of the old Benthel Ironworks. It was worked by a water wheel powered by water with a steam engine pumping the water back from the bottom pool up to an iron pool which was further up here. And in 1778 a steam engine was introduced to blow the furnace direct from an atmospheric steam pumping driving engine. There were 700 men employed in this factory here, this factory. When the new bridge, then was called the Iron Bridge, the coaches used to travel from Shrewsbury to London via Benthel and Broseley and Benthel to Bridgenorth. And while they were coming down the hill one day, a railway crossed the line, just about here, and one of the coaches overturned and threw all the passengers out. Ironworks were fined for stacking pig iron and fuel and cinders in the road and preventing the coach from passing. So it used to be a bit of a struggle, because then there was only before the coach road, there was only a track built down here, and a stream used to run down the middle of the road to feed this water wheel and the one lower down. And had their first tile works here. Then they moved to Jackville 1868, I think it was. And there's a tunnel in the works there, in the work bank, that the water used to play from.
You still see the tunnel, can you?
Oh yes, you can still get
it. It says here, Chris, it's the most unusual for clay work is survive due to the nature of the rock, the manner of roadwork construction, the shallow depth of competent sandstone roof have been combined to make survival possible. The air seems remarkably clear, but the reason for this has not been determined. It is also most unusual to have a complex extraction air so easily accessible from the surface.
Yes.
See how far you can go.
Yes. Yeah, this is
Very interesting.
I mean, when I was a kid, we used to get right
I said, Joan, I think when we were kids, we'd probably come down here and rent it, you know.
I mean, you probably could. If there are a few of you would write that, it's the best. Yeah.
This was a site of Moll's work, wasn't it, when they came up from Worcester, 1852.
But he did say he took some special equipment with him, because he said, according to the weather outside, there could be gases trapped out there. Because it goes right over the top of the road.
Can you see the other end at all?
Well, you used to be able to, when I was little, the iron plate.
Yeah.
It used to be a bricked arch that you could see.
Yes.
Now it's all
Yes,
over.
do you know I got some?
Oh, yeah, that last piece, yeah.
The stream used to join with the remains of the Rosewood sewers. And there used to be a big iron plate with a hole in the centre. That's all I know about. I don't think there was any burning well about. There's supposed to have been a burning well there with the gas, but I expect it was methane gas was coming out of the hole in the centre of the plate. But whether that was I know where one of the burning wells was. I'll talk about that later on. It's a bit yard. Okay.
Spout Lane.
It's never run dry, even the hottest dry summers, it's never run dry.
Beautiful water.
Yes, lovely.
Beautiful water.
Lovely on a summer's day when you come down.
It's
always cold.
I took a group from the caravan park at Maidley one day, and they came up here, and the little lads, they had that warm coming up the bank, they stood under there.
Yeah.
It's cool and
It's beautiful water. It's nice water.
Wish I'd got it. Very shallow coal mines round there, known as the poxholes, which are in the woodland there. And during the general strikes, Lord Forest used to give permission for the locals to dig their own coal out. because the coaches used to put the Tontine, used to hook on extra horses to get up to the pit yard and then unhook their horses off there and walk them back to down to the pit, down to the Tontine. Now the pit yard is called, the name, they got its name because there was pitch got out of mines here. John Randall reports that in his book District Rosary, it says that tar was got out of here for boat timbers, to preserve boat timbers. And in 1711, Reverend Brooksbury reports that pitch was got out of mines in this area, and there was two mines, one in Partyfields and one in Pitchyard where the tar was got from. And it was cheaper that got from here than anywhere in the country. This Pitchyard used to be a pottery founded by Thursday family in 1758. They also had one in Jackal before then, where the Cravens on the Star races now. Not for sure, but Samuel Roden took it over and made famous church organ pipes here. He was reputed to be the founder of the church organ pipe, 28 inches long, and he sold them to the London coffee houses. But the Southern family were noted for their way they pushed the pipe along. Like they made it famous in all the places around the country. The name Pitchyard is recorded in 1841 when Samuel Roden's family, a birth certificate recorded that date on it. But some call it the Pitsyard, P-I-T, because there was footbridges, like coal mines were going straight into the back of into the hillside there, and where they got the coal out. But they were abandoned because years gone by, because there was too much water and they couldn't pump it out. But there's still a lot of coal left in there. And some years back, some miners were sinking a shaft at Hilltop Mine, and not knowing there was a shaft below them, collapsed into the workings below. They didn't know nothing about it. We're now going to enter Plants Jitty and go into Speed's Lane. Plants Jitty, junction of Speed's Lane and Leggs Hill. Now the Leggs family came to Broseley, or making pipes in 1658. They were one of the first to make tobacco pipes in Broseley. Well, pipes, they wouldn't be smoking tobacco them days, it'd be mostly herbs. And it was in that place there where Southerns had their pipe works after the Leggs. So we go along the Spout Lane, the Speed's Lane, which was originally the Wilkinson Railway. On the definitive map, it's considered a public right-of-way and it should be maintained forever. But that is one we shall hope to get put on the definitive map when it comes up for review shortly. We're turning up Botswell now.
Hey, Chris, it's a good job you haven't done it all for your mate.
These cottages along there were built for emigrant miners coming from County Mayo and Cornwall when these mines were working in Broseley. It's nice to see them kept in like this. Then we go down, there's Southern's Pipeworks. We go down past the Pipeworks in a few minutes. Southern an old pipeworks, what remains of it. I believe the Bridge North District Council are going to bring it back into being again. Hope it does, make a good job of it. Bottle Kill. That's about the only one that's left in the district now. I can remember it last time it was being fired, about 52, I think it was something like that. This road, guys. It leads down to the Cross Keys onto Simpson's Lane. The name of this one is Ding Dong Steps. It comes off Simpson's Lane down, which is, they're called Ding Dong Steps because people going to work in the big hobnail boots used to echo and like a ding dong sound as they went up and down the steps. But to me, this is at the end of Ding Dong Steps is the best part of Broseley Wood. I think it's marvellous looking from there up to the uphill onto the top of the hill there. This is the finest, best part of Broseley Wood. It shows the houses all stacked up on the hillside, and these lovely old cottages are all around been done up. They look beautiful. It is one of the best parts of Broseley Wood. We just come off Coach Road, Bridge Road is called, we call it Coach Road, onto the end of Simpson's Lane. Now we're going up to Ferny Bank in a few minutes. It's Ferny Bank leading off Simpson's Lane up to Quarry Bank.
This was the last Broseley Wood post office that we had in the town. It's a good job, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, about that bit of a deli and that,
Yes.
why they never put in level of the wall. What's filling out a bit more than
Yes.
the frost and
But,
Oh, it's a lot better. Those walls try and tell them what it was.
Like to meet
I
them.
thought you'd got.
Oh, yeah, we can get together. Come on, preferably.
Thank you.
That's, you know what he'll be. I hope mention anything about it. Just get the shirt.
Who was the tea maker?
Oh,
Yeah,
Cat's the
one.
tea maker.
Cat's the tea
We got no tea bags.
Is caffeine involved as well, actually?
What are you saying about this Jew's Jitty, Derek? It's got another name.
Got another name.
Office.
Quinn's Bunk.
Oh no, we've had another office this afternoon when we put the sign up. Yeah.
That's what Arthur Bedders, he used to live in that house, told me it was Quinn's Bunk.
Yeah, but I think individually each person who lived there, they probably named it after who lived there, haven't they? Like
It
most
was
of them.
named after people that lived in the houses along
That's
the...
right, yeah. I don't think the Harveys ever lived there.
No, I don't think so. No, they got a
No,
lot
I
of these
think we
people.
Those Harveys lived just below,
Yeah, if you're lower down, possibly that
in
one.
Quarry Road.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's more commonly known as Jew's Jitty. though.
Yeah, it sounds a better name anyway, doesn't it? Wolfram.
Yeah.
Alexander Wolfram, who ran the Pitchyard Pipeworks the last time up till
That's
about
right.
1938. He was making basins and pottery, and
Probably.
selling them around the district. Mr. Venn came to make pottery
Yes.
in, he was here till about 1938.
Yes.
And Eric and Dennis Venn's father, Cyril Venn's father, he was the last man to make saggers at the pitch yard. Selling all his pottery for threepences, sixpences, and then come back and pay his men on a Saturday night. Even the Iron Bridge, the bridge road, the coach road as we call it, and going up Gittins' Ginty onto the quarry bank. Well, this name the history of Broseley. He said that Philip de Bentel granted the monks of Bilbas Abbey permission to quarry stone out here in 1220 and convey it, build a road and convey it to Ironbridge to take it up to Bilbas to build their abbey. The abbey was made out of coal measure sandstone, not as limestone as we thought, so it's possible they could have got the sandstone from the coal measures around here. Well, I keep referring back to Randall's history, but it seems to be the best thing to refer back to when it comes to history of Broseley, because he did write a couple of big books about it. From Cobwell Road onto Pew's Jitty. Pew's Jitty going uphill onto Maiden's Jitty, up back onto the Cobwell Road.
We're coming back down, aren't we, Derrick?
So we should go up here along Maiden and down into Cruise Park.
Definitely a smooth answer. I got some.
We've just come off Balls Lane down to Cruise Park and going down onto Bagley's Jitty. It's the beacon. There. And in the centre is the White Horse. And there is the old rotunda. The rotunda, where they're just infilling all the old underground mines that have become dangerous because they believe they will fall in time. The old hillside there is hollow.
Is it? Where are we going now, Derrick?
Bradley's Jitty. These old retaining walls made in these old saggers, it came out of the old pipeworks around in the district. In 1781, Thursfield knocked down a pottery at the pit yard. I don't know whether these came from there, but they possibly could have come from there. And in 1791 he knocked down another, so there could be some of these old saggers. These ones, I believe, these old retaining walls ought to be retained forever because they're part of the history of Broseley. I think that's it. Simmons' Jitty leading off Bagley's Jitty down onto Sycamore Road. Just going off Bagley's Jitty onto Mission Jitty and onto the Quarry Road. jetty leading from Balls Lane to Cobwell Road. And this is the Maypole Green, where years ago used to be bull bait, and the miners used to have their bull bait in the dog fights on this piece of ground.